Forget the postcards. This is what autumn in Japan is supposed to look like. Welcome to Tofukuji. As well as being an iconic Buddhist temple for Kyoto, this is also a tourist hotspot for the autumn foliage. Come with us as we explore Tofukuji and see why it's a must-add to your to-do list for Kyoto. Tofukuji is a large Zen Buddhist temple on the outskirts of Kyoto city centre. Founded in 1236 by the Fujiwara clan, its name is a combination of the names of the two great temples in Nara associated with the Fujiwara, Todaiji and Kofukuji. Many of the buildings at Tofukuji were built during the Muromachi period. The original buildings were burnt down during the 15th century but rebuilt using the original plans. The Sanmon Gate is the oldest Zen main gate in Japan. In 1881, there was another fire that destroyed the Buddha Hall, which was never rebuilt, as well as destroying the main hall and abbot's quarters, which were eventually restored. Tofukuji, much like rest of Kyoto, was relatively undamaged during World War II, and in 1994 was recognised by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. In more modern history, Tofukuji has cultivated itself a reputation of being an unmissable place to visit if you're hoping to view the autumn leaves. And once you're here, it is easy to understand why. The Japanese maples are absolutely amazing during autumn, and the garden is mesmerising. Throughout the garden you will find that there is some seating areas, as well as parts of the garden where you can pull away from the path and enjoy the spectacular garden. One thing you may have recognised whilst we're walking around the gardens is that there is a lot of stairs. So if you use a mobility aid like a walking stick, you'll be able to get around fine, but if you're using something like a wheelchair or a walker, you may not be able to move around as efficiently. There is an admission fee for visiting Tofukuji, and it's split into two sections. First is Tsutenkyo Bridge and Kosando Hall, which is where we're visiting. From mid-December to early November, it is 600 yen for entry to this area. From mid-November to early December, so the height of the autumn colour season, the admission fee does increase to 1,000 yen, and there's not a combination ticket available. Outside of this short period, you can get a combination ticket with the Hojo and the gardens for 1,000 yen, or you can see the Hojo and the gardens by themselves for 500 yen. Getting to Tofukuji is reasonably easy, at least the area. You can take either the JR Nara line or the Keihan main line to Tofukuji station. Please note though, you will be walking about 10 to 15 minutes from the station to Tofukuji itself. That said, it should be quite flat, so if you use a walking aid, you should be fine. I will also note here for planning reasons that Tofukuji station is about 10 minutes away by train from Inari station for Shimiyanari. So if you're trying to plan your day a bit more efficiently and visit places that are in close proximity to each other, both places could be easily visited on the same day. The 208 bus also stops near Tofukuji, so that's another option for transport. Once you're getting close to Kosando and the Tsutenkyo Bridge, the paths become sheltered, which helps break up the wind, and if And if it's unfortunately raining when you visit Tofukuji, you can still get photos from Tsutenkyo Bridge. The Kasando or Founders Hall holds a statue of the temple's first abbot. It also has a Zen garden attached to it. The Kaisando was under renovation when we visited. That was in November 2024, so hopefully they are close to finishing or already finished, so you can see the Kaisando in its full glory. The main reason that Tofukuji is a must-visit spot during the autumn season is Tsutenkyo Bridge. The bridge overlooks a ravine filled with Japanese maple trees, and it is absolutely a sight to behold. Much like other parts of Kyoto when we were visiting, some trees were still in the late summer greenery, whilst others were a vibrant orange or a very bright red. Now, as I mentioned earlier, autumn is one of the more popular times to come to Tofukuji. So regardless of what time of the day that you come to Tofukuji, there will be crowds, especially at the height of the colouring of the autumn leaves. The staff of Tofukuji are great at managing the crowd and ensuring that there's not too many bottlenecks of people, but also ensuring that people have the time to enjoy the scenery. All the staff that I encountered were quite friendly and very helpful. There's a pretty sizable rest area between the two major areas of Tofukuji. There's a few benches, there is normal amenities that you'd expect at a tourist attraction, which is helpful to either get your bearings as you arrive at Tofukuji or before you leave. As you can see, Tofukuji is absolutely amazing during autumn and is absolutely worth visiting if you have the time. During the next few weeks, we will be focusing on different places around Japan during autumn. So if that is something of interest to you, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.